Welcome back, everybody, to the latest installment of the Montana series. It is June, and our whiskey and soybeans are at a fantastic price right now. If we take a look at time saving stock check, we'll be able to get $232,000 for the whiskey and a little over 300 grand for the dried soybeans. So we're going to do some selling today. Haven't recorded in a minute. I've been a little under the weather. You can still hear it in my voice. So if you hear some sniffling and coughing, don't worry about it. Just getting over a little bit of a winter cold down here where we are. But yeah, this is really weighing down the truck. It's very slow. We're at 12 tons right now. A ton, literally 12 tons. But we're going to go sell all of this to Applebee's. And then we're going to head back to the farm and sell the dried soybeans. We've got an AI worker finishing up one of our fields that we planted corn on, kind of picking up exactly where we left off on the last video, just getting some summer work done, so we'll be good for a good fall harvest. But yeah, we're gonna go sell this whiskey, get a little money, transfer some to the savings account, and I'll see you back in a bit with the full total of everything we've made in the month of June. All right, so we got actually about $313,000 from the whiskey sale. I'm now headed over to Iron Ridge Grain to sell the soybeans. I am using a modded trailer just to kind of get things around a little faster. It's got like a million-liter capacity or something like that. If you think it's cheaty, oh well, it's how I like to play. I don't want to just drive a semi-truck 10 times across a 4X map. That's okay for me. But we're going to take this over, get this sold, do the grand total. We should have a little over $600,000 if I'm not mistaken. That would be great. I think we're going to pay off the rest of our loan and then figure out what we're going to do with the rest. We don't need any new equipment. New planter would be nice, but I really just kind of don't want to spend 200 grand on one of those right now. So we'll take a look at what we've got and we'll make a decision from there. But this is the sell point right here. Just gotta maneuver this turn into here. This trailer is supposed to be pulled with a tractor, but I don't know, the truck will do just fine. Right now on the loan, we've got 270,000 left to pay off, so we'll get that handled and finished up. Depending, looks like we got another 317 off that. So let's go ahead and pay off the rest of the loan and just get that done and over with. So now all of our land is paid for, all the equipment, everything good to go. We've got $400,000 left that we basically just have for profit this year. There's nothing else that I really want to buy. 400 grand can't really get us a ton land wise. I mean, that's 660. Could technically get us another 15 acres. There's corn already planted on it. Yield bonus 27%. Oh, it's not a terrible investment, I don't think. Because right now with the whiskey, we're low on corn. We've used about a third, or we've got about a third left. So whiskey is very profitable. We may need to invest in another cornfield. I don't know. We've got these two right here growing corn and these doing soybeans. I mean, it's already got corn on it. We'll make the decision. We'll pray about it. We'll see. But I'm going to head back to the farm and maybe skip ahead some time. We'll see what we're feeling, but I'll be back with you in just a sec. All right, we're back. It's the next day in real life. I was just not feeling up to recording yesterday, so didn't really do anything after we got off. I did just finish up a couple contracts, though. We did decide not to invest in any other fields or anything. We're just going to keep what we have going on. I did move money over to the other farm, so we've got about $340,000 sitting in there, so we just need to keep getting that number up to as high as we possibly can. We just did a couple harvesting contracts with our own equipment, so got a little extra money there since we used our own stuff. But now I'm taking these oats over to where we deliver them, and then I've got an AI worker, oh, there's a fence right here, driving the combine back to the farm. Hopefully they have enough gas. They're not moving. Yeah, we'll just drive it back later. We will go drop all of this where we need to drop it, and then we will take that back over to the farm. But not a lot to do right now in August. We're just kind of waiting on stuff to grow. We can start harvesting. I don't even think we have any barley planted. We can harvest barley next month. I need to see if we have any planted. Corn in October. And soybeans will also be October. So we're going to have a busy harvest season in October. I'm super excited about it, though. Be good to get some stuff in the silos. I love hitting that jump at full speed in this trailer. But yeah, I'm going to go dump this, and then I'm going to skip ahead some time, and we'll get started on our harvest coming up in October. All right, good morning. It is early 6 a.m. here in Montana. It's October. It's time to harvest. We have a lot of work ahead of us. The game's a little laggy right now, getting all the textures loaded in. And we got a lot of corn. We've got a projected, it won't actually tell me a projected yield, but we have an entire field of corn over here. And then we also have a ton of soybeans over here that are ready. So this is going to take me a long time. So what we're going to do, I've only got one combine and it's just me doing it all. We are going to slow down time, and we're just going to knock this out. But anywho, I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to show you guys kind of the process that I do to get this rolling. So we are going to hop in the combine right here. It'll let us get in it. Come on now. We have to go in from this side. There we go. Okay, so let's start her on up. We are full of gas, fully repaired, got the header attached. We are going to use the regular in-game AI to work the combine. We'll kind of get them started on the first row so they get the direction right, and I keep just running into everything, but oh well, that's okay. We're gonna get them started, and then we're gonna use auto drive to run our grain cart pretty much. But basically what we will have to do, let's turn on all the lights because it's nice and dark out here. We will unfold the header. Am I close enough to the field to do this? Yes. So on this field, I like doing, well, let me change the direction. Oh, right here. Literally right here is his working direction. I like doing it on 0 degrees because it just gives me great up and down straight lines to do. So we're going to go to steering assist, and we're going to do that and set it to there. And now we're going to unfold combine and wait for it, turn it on. It is unfolded. There we go. And we will lower the header. We'll just head on up to the field right here. Make sure we've got the right steering assist. And we'll just kind of work our way into the field. I'm actually going to disable the straw swath. I'm kind of sick and tired of corn stalks, so we're not going to do that this time around. Basically, we just kind of do a little bit of the first row, just getting it started. Apparently I enabled it, the straw swath. Oh well, okay, that's fine. So now we will go to AI worker, make sure they're on the same settings, and start them up. It'll back up a little bit and adjust himself, but we'll be good there. So now I forgot that I turned that off on the tractors. We're going to hop in the big 8R right here, and we'll start it up. And we need to go grab our grain cart and make sure we're on the correct auto drive path. So we will pull out here. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. That one's way too small. But we're going to have to do this for all 3 of the fields that we're harvesting today. And we also need to set up auto drive on these 2. So we'll have to do that in between harvests. But if we just pull on up over here and I'm hitting the barn. There we go. All right, so we will back on up onto this cart and hit Q, and it's now attached. and we will pull it on over here. So because that harvester is running on the AI, I don't have to control it. What we're going to do is we have a pre-built auto drive course. If I hit Alt 0, it pulls it up. Weight 40 and dump 40. I only named it 40 because that's the field name right here. So I just need to make sure. So I need to set this guy to weight 40, I believe. And then we go back to here, and we should just be able to turn him on. And then he'll start floating around. So boom, corn harvest has started. Not too difficult there. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. I'll be back with you once corn is over with, and then we will get started on the soybeans and get that rolling. I think he's just doing a little lap right here just to make sure it's all going to the right place. But I think it should be. Yeah, should be good. But since the combine is set up on weight 40 like that, when he hits a certain point and he extends that pipe right there, that basically calls this tractor over to go unload it. So he's just going to sit right here. Combine's going to keep working. I believe it's almost time. Yeah, we can cut the grass too. So while the combine's working and grain cart driver is driving, I'm going to do a little bit of hay work and get our cows fed because they're running a little bit low. But busy October. We're going to get all this sorted out. And once we get the first corn harvest done, before we start soybeans, I'll be back with you. So we're going to let them get rolling, and I'll see you in just a sec. So I just looked again and I realized that leasing the exact same combine we have is only 11 grand. And I think I'm going to do that because I want to go ahead and get started on who's blocked by an object. I don't know. I want to go ahead and get started on the soybean field, and we have the header, so literally all we have to lease is just the combine. Make sure my store was still set to right there. So we're going to do that. Shouldn't be that bad. And I have another trailer and I have another tractor to follow him, but we're going to do that. We're going to hit lease right here. 11 grand. Not too bad. 11.5 after we get our delivery fees and stuff, but we are actually going to, so I don't have auto drive set up for the big field over here yet, and I really don't want to do that right now while the other one's running. So we're gonna have the Lizard Mega capacity trailer that holds like 5 million. We're just gonna let it keep following and unloading this cart. So the way that I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna use Courseplay, which I don't use a ton, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm gonna load up the header and head over there and get it started, and I'll show you guys how I set up Courseplay in just a second. All right, so it's 12:30. We took a little bit of a break while we let the AI helpers and Courseplay and auto drive and everything run its course, but we got the soybean field harvested, the big field. We were just unloading the last out of the combine here. Still have to do, oh, saving again. Still have one more field to do, and that is 32 right here. But it's raining, so we have to wait for the rain to stop, which should happen around 4 o'clock today. So we're going to go ahead and turn time up a little bit so we can get to the end of that sooner rather than later. But we're going to go ahead and move the combine over there. We did turn on straw swath for the soybeans, so we've got a ton of straw that we can collect. Corn's harvested, soybeans almost done. Just need to do this last field. We're going to go ahead and move the combine over here. That car's in the way. And then we'll move the trailer as well. I didn't end up doing Courseplay for this field. I found a little quick fix for the auto drive route thing. So basically what I can do is if we come over here, I'll just do it in this field as an example. Honestly, we probably won't even have to do it because this field is so small. 21, we technically would have to a little bit. 21,000 is just a little bit over. But basically, what I would do is I would just hit record, do a point. Caps lock was on, forgot about it. Just do a circle, just like this. And then connect these last two. And then you're done. Then you're done. So now, once I'm in the combine, I would set this one to weight 32. And now that tractor is waiting on this to call it. And that's pretty much it. But we're going to turn off the engine. The rain is still coming for the next few hours, so we're going to let that do its thing. Other than that, we are pretty much done on this other field. I forgot to check out the corn yield. We are at, tell me right here, 121,000 liters of corn. So looking at the distillery, we're completely out of regular corn. So we're going to do 100,000 liters of regular corn over there, maybe 110. We'll throw another 10,000 in the dryer. So while the rain is going on, that's what we're going to work on. While we can't harvest right now for the next few hours, we're going to take care of all that, get the distillery filled back up. But oh well. Well, I'm going to work on this, and then once the soybeans get harvested, I'll be back with you with an update on how our crops did this year. All right, we've gotten some more corn into the distillery. If we check time-saving stock check, we're currently at 28,000 liters of whiskey, so 28 pallets worth. I need to come back over here and get the truck and clean out the queue a little bit, get some more loaded onto the trailer. But it's not raining anymore, so the combine and the other trailer are working on the last of the little soybean field, and then we will get all of those soybeans in the dryer. With that, I probably will need to get some more propane, but I'm going to wait till we get all the soybeans in there to see how much I need, because propane is expensive, and I want to make sure that I don't just overbuy and spend $200,000 and only have $100,000, and you know, it's just a whole thing. I want to be smart with the money. But we're driving back to the farm now. I just decided to take the 8R with the crampy. I'm not sure how to say that trailer. Instead of doing the big semi, because that distillery is kind of hard to maneuver around the back of it. But oh well. The small field harvest should be almost done if they're not already. I can kind of see it. It looks like they started with the up and downs instead of the headlands. That's funny. Let's check them out. Oh yeah, this one has like weird up and downs because of how it's like angled and stuff. Yeah, he's fine. He'll be okay. He's working on it. Still haven't even had to unload him yet, because that field's so small. But that's okay. Yeah, it's been a long October. We've put probably 6 hours just into the month of October of actual gameplay. But we're doing it. We harvested the hay and fed the cows. I think I need to buy cows for this month. Yeah, I do need to buy cows for this month. But they're growing. They're still moving along. We do have this other cornfield right here, and it should be done in December, I believe. It's a weird time to harvest corn, but oh well. Yeah. We do still have a little bit of corn left. I think if I dry this amount, so let's dump that. Oh, I forget it gets caught on that sometimes. That's okay. So we'll dry that. And then, yeah, it should be plenty. And then we will take that and the rest of the corn back to the distillery. But With that, we should be done. How's the chickens looking? They're all kind of standing weird. They got plenty of food. They're all just kind of standing right there. It's a little strange. That we're pretty much done with everything. I'm just waiting on that last harvest to get finished up so we can dump those soybeans in the dryer. Oh, I don't think I have talked about this tunnel over here recently. Yeah, so if you guys remember the on the Michigan series, we had one of these tunnels set up for storing like bales and stuff, and I'm running out of room with eggs and whiskey on my trailers. I can't just let them sit on the trailers forever. So I bought one of those tunnels for like $5,000, and it's just a great place to store the eggs. And we actually should probably do a little pickup right now while we have the time. So we'll pull this tractor and we'll hit everything in the shed. Shed looks quite empty right now with just the small tractor in it, but oh well. So we will hop in the truck. Can't forget to start the engine first. We'll do a quick little egg collection. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to do full only. I don't know if I put this pallet back, if it'll continue to get filled up. So we're just going to throw this on the roof right there. We'll leave it be. But all good. So we'll just take these back on over to the tunnel, and we will unstrap them and dump them on in. The eggs have been a pretty good little source of income, just as like a little. Actually, I think we're about to be able to sell them. Yeah, we're gonna get about 73 grand next month off of them. Yeah, forgot that. January is the best egg month. He should be calling that tractor over to him. Let's do that. Okay, it's working. Don't worry about it. So we did miss a few rows of the straw swath right here, just because I forgot. I moved the combine or something, and I forgot to re-enable it. I honestly don't know, but got a lot of straw off these two fields that we're going to use. It did not do the corn stalks this time for the corn. I accidentally had it on for the first little bit, so we'll pick it up to kind of get rid of that. It's just a lot of work for the corn, and it's not worth anything. So, but yeah, that's a full harvest for us. So here's the plane going by. It's flying over. We're going to leave the trailer right there. We're just going to pull back into here. All right, coming up on the last pass of the small soybean field, I took over from the AI worker just because I wanted to finish it up for them. But with that, October harvest is done. It actually took me 2 days in real life and about 6 hours of gameplay to get it done, and most of it was automated. So if we did it all ourselves, I couldn't imagine how much longer it could have taken. But there we go. We have finished it all up. We're going to drop the straw right there in a neat little pile at the end of the field. Yeah. So we've got 3,700 liters of soybeans in the tank right now, and we are going to try to maneuver this to put this header back on the trailer. Honestly, we'll just drop it, and then I will just do the usual, just like this. And let's see if he can pull up to it correctly this time. I had some trouble on the other field when I was doing it myself, of him pulling up to kind of a weird spot. I don't know, it was just a little strange, but there's all the soybeans going in, the last little 1,000 liters. I need to open, well, I don't know why I did that. Open that back up. There we go. So it looks like off of those two fields, we got 154,940 liters of soybeans. I believe that's what ChatGPT told me we would get. So look at that. It being correct about something. Oh, can't drive through that sign, but I can every other sign. Cool. Well, we're going to dump these in the dryer and figure out how much propane we need. And I forgot there's wood right there that I can't get rid of. And this is just a great display of WASD tractor driving right here. All right, soybeans are dumped. Already started drying some. Let's take a look. AGI grain dryer. So we need 3 propane for that's barley. Let's deactivate that. Soybeans, 3 for every 50. So we've got 154,000 liters. Let's just pull up the old Chat GPT here. All right, so after a little Chat GPT math, it looks like we're going to need about 9,300 liters of propane, and it should yield us about 138,000 dried soybeans. So if we look at time saving stock check, those sell for 42.92 in July, and if we get 138,000, that's going to be 138 times 42.92. That's about $600,000. I think we did that math last episode. I couldn't remember, but not bad. All right, harvest is over. We have everything in the silos and in the productions to get dried and get stored and ready to sell later this year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Montana series. I'll be back soon in a couple of days with another one coming out. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do everything. Check me out on Twitch in the description. We'll be streaming some Arc Raiders this weekend. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.